And what's up everybody, how you doing guys? Here we are back at it again for some predictions. This time we're going to talk about the night where every championship will be defended, which means this Sunday could drastically change the landscape of WWE. And here is my predictions. First off, for the United States Championship we got AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander. It was the last match announced for Clash of Champions and that's probably the one that is going to steal the show. I mean, we already had a good preview about how good these two are together in the ring last Monday night on Raw. As for the winner though, the results shouldn't be that crazy. I don't really see Alexander taking the championship from AJ, especially with Gallows and Anderson at ringside. But who knows, there's still room for a surprise. But for me, AJ Styles is going to retain the US Championship. Following that, we're going to have a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship. And well, we're going to quickly go through this one since I haven't watched a lot of 205 Live lately. I didn't follow the storyline between those men, but I like the fact that guys like Carrillo and Dorado get an opportunity on pay-per-view. It should be an amazing match to watch. So about the prediction itself, since I don't have enough information to properly pick a winner, I'm going to focus about the feelings I have. And right now I feel like Drew Gulak is going to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Then for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship we get the New Day versus the Revival, and this is typically the type of match I love. I really enjoy to watch both teams compete and I think it's safe to say that this match is going to deliver, even if it might take place during the pre-show. About the rest though, especially because this match doesn't feel as big as the others and because the Revival switched from the Raw Tag Team side to SmackDown pretty quickly, I don't think Big E and Woods are going to drop the championship to the Revival, but with all these guys and the implications in the WWE Championship storyline, why not a surprise? But still, I picked the New Day to retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Speaking of teams, we also got a match for the Women's Tag Team Championship before we talked about the Raw Tag Team situation later on. The women's situation though, damn, it doesn't look very good in my opinion. I mean, ever since Bayley and Sasha Banks dropped the titles, the tag team division fell apart like everyone was afraid of, instead of creating opportunities for the low or mid cards like it was supposed to be, but I guess that's not really surprising. I mean, Cross and Bliss are, I think, a good team to represent the division, even if I don't know for sure how it's going to evolve, and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are definitely going to become tag team champions at some point of their career. But this Sunday, I don't know, I feel like it will be a mistake. So in this situation, I guess we can expect Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss to retain the Women's Tag Team Championship. For the Intercontinental Championship, it's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz, but the main focus point right there is the presence of Sami Zayn, because let's face it, Nakamura has been misused since quite a lot of time now, even if he became IC champ, and without Sami, this match would have probably led to another typical 10 minutes match lost in the mid-card. I don't say it's going to change the quality of the match and certainly not the outcome, but at least the duo is going somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. So with this new alliance between Sami and Shinsuke, I definitely don't see Nakamura dropping the title this early. It will screw everything up and I don't see The Miz taking the championship yet. I'm picking Shinsuke Nakamura for the win. Then we have the only match of the night without anything on the line. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan, no disqualifications. It's a bit of a shame because this whole storyline who started before SummerSlam was set to become a great post-SummerSlam feud that will keep us interested for several weeks or months, but instead left us confused more than anything else. I think it's not that bad personally, there's still room for changes, but right now we get Reigns versus Eric Rowan at Clash of Champions. Well, at least Eric has an opportunity to shine, especially if he scores a victory over Reigns, which would be a huge surprise, but whatever the storyline is leading to, I don't think he will. I pick Roman Reigns for the win. For the WWE Championship, we got Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. Is it time for Kofi's reign as WWE Champion to end? Until now, it's been a wonderful journey without any cloud in the sky except a tiny one called SummerSlam. I don't think you're going to disagree when I say that the end of the matchup was kind of wasted, but Clash of Champions is here to fix everything up and probably put an end, and a proper one, to this storyline who began 10 years ago. Which is why Randy Orton is definitely Kofi's ultimate opponent, and in my opinion there's no better person than him to take the WWE Championship away from Kingston. Is that going to happen though? It might, and actually I'm going to pick Randy Orton to become the new WWE Champion. Then we're going to have Bayley vs Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And I gotta be honest, in a few weeks now I had no doubt about Charlotte going home with the Women's Championship after Clash of Champions, but everything changed because of Bayley's new attitude. Bayley having a trip on the hillside with her friend Sasha Banks was so unexpected, but this is for sure a change for the better. Right now WWE is playing it perfectly, and I would be surprised if they let it go already by making Bayley lose a championship, especially since the duo Bayley-Banks is now back stronger than ever. Which is why I'm going to choose Bayley to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Speaking of which, for the Raw Women's Championship we get Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. And for me it would be no surprise if both Women's Championship matches are going to be linked. For example, I'm highly expecting Banks to make her presence felt in Bayley's championship match and vice versa. That's why I'm also considering Sasha Banks to be the favorite for this contest. Like I said, WWE got in the hands a really promising storyline with Bayley and Banks. It's even better with all 4 WWE horsewomen involved. But at the end, if Bayley retains the championship, you can definitely expect Sasha Banks to become the new Raw Women's Champion. And now here we go for the main events of the night, with first the Raw Tag Team Championship. I don't know if this match and the Universal Championship are going to follow each other, but in any case I personally love the storyline between Strowman and Rollins. For the first time ever, I guess, a team is going to defend the titles before fighting each other for another one on the same night, and I just love this situation. For the tag team part, let's be honest, the biggest threat to Strowman and Rollins tag team titles are not Roode and Ziggler, but themselves. It's 100% sure that this match is going to be filled with shenanigans, and even if there's a chance that the championship changes hands, I don't think it's going to, and I'm going to pick Strowman and Rollins to retain. Which now leads to the match between them for the Universal Championship. Whatever happens during the tag team match, and especially if this Universal title matchup takes place immediately after the previous one, you can be sure that when the bell rings, there's going to be no mercy between these two. I don't know yet if Braun, for example, is going to take an early advantage and turn on Rollins before the tag match even ends, or if Rollins will screw him before. But there is 1,000 possible scenarios for these two matches, and it's going to be pretty hard to predict what's going to happen, which is perfect. But ultimately, I think the question is who's going to go home as double champ. And for me, the answer is Seth freaking Rollins. And that's going to wrap up these results predictions. Tell me what you think about them, and I'd like to know in the comments what you think is going to happen with the Raw Tag Team and the Universal Championship. I bet you have a lot of theories. In any case, thanks everyone for watching, please remember to share, like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you after Clash of Champions for I guess a video about Hell in a Cell, and if you don't wanna miss it, click beside the subscribe button and ring the bell.